my friends. Oh, Lordy. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, you know my first guest as the charming and energetic host of the Drew Barrymore Show on CBS. You can now see her on CBS's reboot of the iconic game show Hollywood Squares. Please welcome back to The Late Show, Drew Barrymore. Good to see you.
I'm so happy to be here. I have been so looking forward to this. And I'm with Evie's husband.
I know.
I'm so excited.
I know. I'm excited to be her husband, too. People that may not know, but we had such a good time when we came on. I think you were the first stop for our cookbook. We came on.
Does this taste funny?
Yeah, did you? There we go. There we are on your show.
Are.
Having a really good time. Okay. I interview a lot of guests. You interview a lot of guests. I feel like I know how to do this job. How are we as guests on your show?
I was just so excited. I never missed an episode of the Colbert Report.
Wow.
I never.
Think I missed a couple.
I watched it religiously, and then when you came to do the show, I've loved you, and then it turns out your other half is as incredible as it gets, and
she's lovelier than I am.
I'm like, oh wow, now I love both of them.
You've got good taste. She's the best.
And
Matter of fact, she's a fan of yours. She's a fan of yours.
Your relationship is it's such a wonderful thing.
Oh, we're very lucky to be together. I'm lucky, and she puts up with me. She, big fan of yours, as she said when she was over there, she loved the Instagram post she put about being a mother, and she just thinks you're a wonderful mother to two girls.
That means so much.
And I'm just curious, how's that going? Are you still a wonderful mother?
I hope so. I'm trying to be.
You haven't fallen off in the last few months?
No.
How's it going? What's going on with the girls?
And they're really, really good. Every day is different, every hour is different. And they're my North Star, my compass. I love that in a life that I got to live before I knew them, my priorities were different. And ever since they came into the world, I understand what the purpose of my life is. And it's wild.
My first reaction, I'm just curious about this. My first reaction when I held my daughter for the first time was, oh, I've been dumb. You know what I mean? Like I thought I had, let me put her down over here. Well, I thought my priorities had been wrong.
I found out I was having a daughter with Olive, and I thought, oh, right, okay, karmically that makes sense. There's a lot of, I'm having a girl. When I found out I was having Frankie, my second daughter, it humbled me in a way that I've never known. I'll never forget the moment, because I realized I was put on this planet to raise girls. And that everything in my life was captured in a butterfly net to try and get this right.
Yeah.
And if you don't grow up in a perfect way with a perfect family, you fear the blueprint and you go, I want to do things differently, or I don't, I felt unconfident. Like this was the stakes of my life. And it took a few years, honestly, to have that confidence. People say, oh, you do this and you do that. And I was like, I don't know. And getting a grasp on it was the most exciting thing in the world. And I just know that I'm all in and I care so much, and I am imperfect, but I'm gonna do everything I can to do this to the best of my ability. And it's fun, it's humorous, and it's delicious, and it's great. And they're my everything.
Well, you inspired, not only are you a good mother, you inspired someone else to be a parent.
Oh.
You know about this, is that you, on set this past Saturday night, you did an event here in New York with Steven Spielberg. It was a 30th, 40th of, is it 40th anniversary?
We're gonna have the 50th next.
50th of E.T. And he said that looking after the young cast, especially Drew, he says, who was 6 years old at the time, was the first time that it occurred to him that maybe he could be a dad. How does that, you inspired Steven Spielberg to be a father. How do you feel about that? And be careful where you point this.
The only thing I remember of his my whole life with him, because he has been sort of a big father figure for me, is he always called me his training wheels for Parenthood.
Oh, I see.
And I really did. I spent so much time with him, and he really took me under his wing. And funny enough, like, you know, he was a blueprint for something. He said when I was 6, I wanted to get my ears pierced. And he said, I'll get your ears pierced for you, but you have to wait until you're 10. And when you're 6, that feels like a universe away.
Sure.
And so I waited, and
Did you really?
And yeah, on my 10th birthday, I got my ears pierced. He followed through. And he was someone who was there and who I believed in, and I could call, and I would spend weekends at his house, and he was always showing me movies. He was such a good father figure. I knew he was going to make the best father, and he has 7 kids. He is a family man.
Wow.
And I'm so relieved. I was his training wheels. I'm so relieved I didn't turn him off of Parenthood. You know, it's great.
We have to take a quick break. But we're right back with more Drew Barrymore, everybody. Stick around.